My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Well, many congratulations. A first Grand Slam semi-final.
Noskova through to the semi-finals. And fully deserved. And by the way, I like what Jose Morgado is saying here, just reminding us of her saving a match point with a backhand down the line in her third round clash with Chastaya. Yeah, that went to I think it went to a third set tiebreak, didn't it? It was incredible. But that was the past. The present is her beating Mertens. The future is her playing Marta Kostyuk tomorrow. Well, I think it'll be second up on centre court for a place in the Wimbledon final. Now, Kostyuk coming into this event, I don't think she showed anything that suggested she was going to be getting to the Wimbledon final. She didn't play a single match on grass. I think she was going to play Queens, wasn't she? But because of her exertions at the French Open, she pulled out of that tournament. She didn't play Berlin. She didn't play Bad Homburg. And yet here we are, and she's in the Wimbledon semi-finals. This is Marta's run to the semi-finals, where she beat Podoroska, Blinkova, and Navarro. Navarro was a real turning point for me in her run. That's the one that has really helped propel her to the semi-finals. I did make her the favourite over both Kruger and Paolini, but that win over Navarro was huge. And that's arguably why she's in the semis, aligned with the fact that some other players, of course, on that side of the draw went out. I mean, who was on that side of the draw? Because Sabalenka wasn't on that side of the draw. Swiatek was, but was she really likely to get to the semis? I had my doubts about Iga. Rybakina. Rybakina was on this side of the draw, wasn't she? So, yeah. But whether she was going to be running into Kostyuk, I'm not sure, because I think it would be now that Kostyuk would be playing Rybakina if Rybakina had won all her matches. Anyway, fully deserved. And today against Paolini, just a better player, really, from start to finish, and deservedly, therefore, in the semi-finals. Regarding Noskova's run to the semis, well, Noskova's had an unbelievable grass court season, of course, winning the title in Berlin. And also, she did play Bad Homburg, but went out in the first round there. But I think it's largely down to her excerpts in Berlin, as I say, where she won the title. And then now, during this run, Noskova has come through against Seidel in the first round, then Osorio in the second. Osorio, 3 sets. What are you doing, Linda, going 3 sets for Camila Osorio on grass? Well, it is what it is. She then beats Chastaya in that aforementioned clash, which was just crazy. That's a sort of turning point, isn't it, in the season for her, and certainly in the turning point in this run. I mean, Chastaya is someone that she has played many, many times during this calendar year. She'd lost, I think she'd lost the last 3 in a row against Chastaya, and could easily have been 4 in a row had Solana won that particular clash, and she was very close to doing so until that match point. But Linda saved with an incredible backhand down the line. But that is tennis and the beautiful scoring system. And then coming through Madison Keys in 2 tight sets. Before today, a slightly maybe easier quarterfinal where she was the better player pretty much from start to finish. I think there was one moment on her serve that in the first set where she got to deuce, but largely untroubled and had a heap of break points. And it was on Noskova's racket, and she deservedly went through. But will it be on her racket in the semi-final against Marta Kostyuk? Well, it's a 1-0 head-to-head in Marta's favor, as you can see here on the screen. That one win came earlier this year on the clay in Madrid, I think it was, where Kostyuk, of course, would go on to take the title, 7-6, 6-love. But the pedigree on the grass and the form on the grass and the abilities on the grass do all sort of make me lean Noskova. But Marta's an unbelievable tennis player, and sometimes just being a fantastic tennis player is enough. Again, I think for Linda, she mentioned the nerves that she had before this match, but she also said, actually, I like that post-match interview where she highlighted the nerves, but also how she deals with those nerves, and it's not really a huge problem. I think she's establishing herself now as a big player, of course, on the tour, and someone who's going to be in more Grand Slam semi-finals going forward, because I think she's capable of the 3 services. I'm leaning Linda. And I think I'm going to go for Linda in 3 sets. Make sure you get in the comment section and let me know what you think about that prediction. I think return. There you go. I've said it. It's all about the return. And if Linda shows up and she returns as well as I think she can, she wins this match.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Well, many congratulations. A first Grand Slam semi-final.
Noskova through to the semi-finals. And fully deserved. And by the way, I like what Jose Morgado is saying here, just reminding us of her saving a match point with a backhand down the line in her 3rd round clash with Chestea. Yeah, that went to I think it went to a 3rd set tiebreak, didn't it? It was incredible. But that was the past. The present is her beating Mertens. The future is her playing Marta Kostyuk tomorrow. Well, I think it'll be 2nd up on centre court for a place in the Wimbledon final. Now, Kostyuk coming into this event, I don't think she showed anything that suggested she was going to be getting to the Wimbledon final. She didn't play a single match on grass. I think she was going to play Queens, wasn't she? But because of her exertions at the French Open, she pulled out of that tournament. She didn't play Berlin. She didn't play Bad Homburg. And yet here we are, and she's in the Wimbledon semi-finals. This is Marta's run to the semi-finals, where she beat Podoroska, Blinkova, and Navarro. Navarro was a real turning point for me in her run. That's the one that has really helped propel her to the semi-finals. I did make her the favourite over both Kruger and Paolini, but that win over Navarro was huge. And that's arguably why she's in the semis, aligned with the fact that some other players, of course, on that side of the draw went out. I mean, who was on that side of the draw? Because Sabalenka wasn't on that side of the draw. Swiatek was, but was she really likely to get to the semis? I had my doubts about Iga. Rybakina was on this side of the draw, wasn't she? So, yeah. But whether she was going to be running into Kostyuk, I'm not sure, because I think it would be now that Kostyuk would be playing Rybakina if Rybakina had won all her matches. Anyway, fully deserved. And today against Paolini, just a better player, really, from start to finish, and deservedly, therefore, in the semi-finals. Regarding Noskova's run to the semis, well, Noskova's had an unbelievable grass court season, of course, winning the title in Berlin, and also she did play Bad Homburg, but went out in the 1st round there. But I think it's largely down to her exerts in Berlin, as I say, where she won the title. And then now, during this run, Noskova has come through against Seidel in the 1st round, then Osorio in the 2nd. Osorio 3 sets. What are you doing, Linda, going 3 sets for Camila Osorio on grass? Well, it is what it is. She then beats Chastea in that aforementioned clash, which was just crazy. That's a sort of turning point, isn't it, in the season for her, and certainly in the turning point in this run. I mean, Chastea is someone that she has played many, many times during this calendar year. She'd lost, I think she'd lost the last 3 in a row against Chastea, and could easily have been 4 in a row had Serrano won that particular clash, and she was very close to doing so until that match point. But Linda saved with an incredible backhand down the line. But that is tennis and the beautiful scoring system. And then coming through Madison Keys in 2 tight sets. Before today, a slightly maybe easier quarterfinal where she was the better player pretty much from start to finish. I think there was one moment on her serve that in the first set where she got to deuce, but largely untroubled and had a heap of break points. And it was on Noskova's racket, and she deservedly went through. But will it be on her racket in the semi-final against Marta Kostyuk? Well, it's a 1-0 head-to-head in Marta's favor, as you can see here on the screen. That one win came earlier this year on the clay in Madrid, I think it was, where Kostyuk, of course, would go on to take the title, 7-6, 6-love. But the pedigree on the grass and the form on the grass and the abilities on the grass do all sort of make me lean Noskova. But Marta's an unbelievable tennis player, and sometimes just being a fantastic tennis player is enough. Again, I think for Linda, she mentioned the nerves that she had before this match, but she also said, actually, I like that post-match interview where she highlighted the nerves, but also how she deals with those nerves, and it's not really a huge problem. I think she's establishing herself now as a big player, of course, on the tour, and someone who's going to be in more Grand Slam semi-finals going forward, because I think she's capable of the 3 services. I'm leaning Linda. And I think I'm going to go for Linda in 3 sets. Make sure you get in the comment section and let me know what you think about that prediction. I think return. There you go. I've said it. It's all about the return. And if Linda shows up and she returns as well as I think she can, she wins this match.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Well, many congratulations. A first Grand Slam semi-final.
Noskova through to the semi-finals. And fully deserved. And by the way, I like what Jose Morgado is saying here, just reminding us of her saving a match point with a backhand down the line in her 3rd round clash with Chastea. Yeah, that went to I think it went to a 3rd set tiebreak, didn't it? It was incredible. But that was the past. The present is her beating Mertens. The future is her playing Marta Kostyuk tomorrow. Well, I think it'll be 2nd up on centre court for a place in the Wimbledon final. Now, Kostyuk coming into this event, I don't think she showed anything that suggested she was going to be getting to the Wimbledon final. She didn't play a single match on grass. I think she was going to play Queens, wasn't she? But because of her exertions at the French Open, she pulled out of that tournament. She didn't play Berlin. She didn't play Bad Homburg. And yet here we are, and she's in the Wimbledon semi-finals. This is Marta's run to the semi-finals where she beat Podoroska, Blinkova, and Navarro. Navarro was a real turning point for me in her run. That's the one that has really helped propel her to the semi-finals. I did make her the favourite over both Kruger and Paolini, but that win over Navarro was huge. And that's arguably why she's in the semis, aligned with the fact that some other players, of course, on that side of the draw went out. I mean, who was on that side of the draw? Because Sabalenka wasn't on that side of the draw. Swiatek was, but was she really likely to get to the semis? I had my doubts about Iga. Rybakina was on this side of the draw, wasn't she? So, yeah. But whether she was going to be running into Kostyuk, I'm not sure, because I think it would be now that Kostyuk would be playing Rybakina if Rybakina had won all her matches. Anyway, fully deserved. And today against Paolini, just a better player, really, from start to finish, and deservedly, therefore, in the semi-finals. Regarding Noskova's run to the semis, well, Noskova's had an unbelievable grass court season, of course, winning the title in Berlin. And also, she did play Bad Homburg, but went out in the first round there. But I think it's largely down to her exerts in Berlin, as I say, where she won the title. And then now, during this run, Noskova has come through against Seidel in the first round, then Osorio in the second. Osorio, 3 sets. What are you doing, Linda, going 3 sets for Camila Osorio on grass? Well, it is what it is. She then beats Chastea in that aforementioned clash, which was just crazy. That's a sort of turning point, isn't it, in the season for her, and certainly in the turning point in this run. I mean, Chastea is someone that she has played many, many times during this calendar year. She'd lost, I think she'd lost the last 3 in a row against Chastea, and could easily have been 4 in a row had Serrano won that particular clash, and she was very close to doing so until that match point. But Linda saved with an incredible backhand down the line. But that is tennis and the beautiful scoring system. And then coming through Madison Keys in 2 tight sets. Before today, a slightly maybe easier quarterfinal where she was the better player pretty much from start to finish. I think there was one moment on her serve that in the first set where she got to deuce, but largely untroubled and had a heap of break points. And it was on Noskova's racket, and she deservedly went through. But will it be on her racket in the semi-final against Marta Kostyuk? Well, it's a 1-0 head-to-head in Marta's favour, as you can see here on the screen. That one win came earlier this year on the clay in Madrid, I think it was, where Kostyuk, of course, would go on to take the title, 7-6, 6-love. But the pedigree on the grass and the form on the grass and the abilities on the grass do all sort of make me lean Noskova. But Marta's an unbelievable tennis player, and sometimes just being a fantastic tennis player is enough. Again, I think for Linda, she mentioned the nerves that she had before this match, but she also said, actually, I like that post-match interview where she highlighted the nerves, but also how she deals with those nerves, and it's not really a huge problem. I think she's establishing herself now as a big player, of course, on the tour, and someone who's going to be in more Grand Slam semi-finals going forward, and I think she's capable of the 3 services. I'm leaning Linda. And I think I'm going to go for Linda in 3 sets. Make sure you get in the comment section and let me know what you think about that prediction. I think return. There you go. I've said it. It's all about the return. And if Linda shows up and she returns as well as I think she can, she wins this match.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice actually. I'm just talking at you if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of home page, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, Why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat, you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid, but these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay. Hey, thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice.
Ready? Play.
Well, many congratulations. A first Grand Slam semi-final.
Noskova through to the semi-finals. And fully deserved. And by the way, I like what Jose Morgado is saying here, just reminding us of her saving a match point with a backhand down the line in her third round clash with Chestea. Yeah, that went to I think it went to a third set tiebreak, didn't it? It was incredible. But that was the past. The present is her beating Mertens. The future is her playing Marta Kostyuk tomorrow. Well, I think it'll be second up on center court for a place in the Wimbledon final. Now, Kostyuk coming into this event, I don't think she showed anything that suggested she was going to be getting to the Wimbledon final. She didn't play a single match on grass. I think she was going to play Queens, wasn't she? But because of her exertions at the French Open, she pulled out of that tournament. She didn't play Berlin. She didn't play Bad Homburg. And yet here we are, and she's in the Wimbledon semi-finals. This is Marta's run to the semi-finals where she beat Podoroska, Blinkova, and Navarro. Navarro was a real turning point for me in her run. That's the one that has really helped propel her to the semi-finals. I did make her the favorite over both Kruger and Paolini, but that win over Navarro was huge. And that's arguably why she's in the semis, aligned with the fact that some other players, of course, on that side of the draw went out. I mean, who was on that side of the draw? Because Sabalenka wasn't on that side of the draw. Swiatek was, but was she really likely to get to the semis? I had my doubts about Iga. Rybakina. Rybakina was on this side of the draw, wasn't she? So, yeah. But whether she was going to be running into Kostyuk, I'm not sure, because I think it would be now that Kostyuk would be playing Rybakina if Rybakina had won all her matches. Anyway, fully deserved. And today against Paolini, just a better player, really, from start to finish, and deservedly, therefore, in the semi-finals. Regarding Noskova's run to the semis? Well, Noskova's had an unbelievable grass court season, of course, winning the title in Berlin. And also, she did play Bad Homburg, but went out in the first round there. But I think it's largely down to her exerts in Berlin, as I say, where she won the title. And then now, during this run, Noskova has come through against Seidel in the first round, then Osorio in the second. Osorio, 3 sets. What are you doing, Linda, going 3 sets for Camila Osorio on grass? Well, it is what it is. She then beats Chastea in that aforementioned clash, which was just crazy. That's a sort of turning point, isn't it, in the season for her, and certainly in the turning point in this run. I mean, Chastea is someone that she has played many, many times during this calendar year. She'd lost, I think she'd lost the last 3 in a row against Chastea, and could easily have been 4 in a row had Solana won that particular clash, and she was very close to doing so until that match point that Linda saved with an incredible backhand down the line. But that is tennis and the beautiful scoring system. And then coming through Madison Keys in 2 tight sets. Before today, a slightly maybe easier quarterfinal where she was the better player pretty much from start to finish. I think there was one moment on her serve that in the first set where she got to deuce, but largely untroubled and had a heap of break points. And it was on Noskova's racket, and she deservedly went through. But will it be on her racket in the semi-final against Marta Kostyuk? Well, it's a 1-0 head-to-head in Marta's favour, as you can see here on the screen. That one win came earlier this year on the clay in Madrid, I think it was, where Kostyuk, of course, would go on to take the title, 7-6-6 love. But the pedigree on the grass and the form on the grass and the abilities on the grass do all sort of make me lean Noskova. But Marta's an unbelievable tennis player, and sometimes just being a fantastic tennis player is enough. Again, I think for Linda, she mentioned the nerves that she had before this match, but she also said, actually, I like that post-match interview where she highlighted the nerves, but also how she deals with those nerves, and it's not really a huge problem. I think she's establishing herself now as a big player, of course, on the tour, and someone who's going to be in more Grand Slam semi-finals going forward, and I think she's capable of the 3 services. I'm leaning Linda, and I think I'm going to go for Linda in 3 sets. Make sure you get in the comment section and let me know what you think about that prediction.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leymans, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Samaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jaime Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Hello, welcome to our second watch along of the day at Talking Tennis. Obviously, the first one was quite dramatic. Honestly, I'm still recovering from that 3rd set tiebreak between Goff and Mikova. Like seriously, it finished and I was watching the post-match interview and I just could not believe what I just watched. Just an incredible tiebreak. Obviously had its moments of confusion. That volley from Goff on match point being chief among them. But overall in that match, I thought both players played really, really well, and it was a really high quality match. I mean, to be fair, I only saw the third set because time zones are fun. But yeah, from what I saw, it was a great match, and hopefully this one will also deliver. I think it will, personally. I think this will be a good match because you've got Noskova, who is just so strong on grass, like she's shown this season. She's very comfortable on this surface, so she has that. And Kostyuk, before, honestly, I wouldn't have called her a strong grass court player before this Wimbledon, but she's playing really well here. And honestly, I still wouldn't call her like a grass courter. She's just a great tennis player, and she's improved so much this year that she can kind of play on any surface. So it's like an interesting combination of surface specialism and just someone playing great tennis. Not that Noskova isn't playing great tennis generally. I mean, she's done well on all surfaces. Her best slam result before this was Australian Open quarterfinals, I think, in 2024. Yes, it was 2024 because that's when she beat Iga. So yeah, should be a great match. I honestly think I'm gonna predict Kostyuk to win, even though Noskova has been playing better specifically on grass. I don't know. I think Kostyuk, her run's been really underrated in my opinion. I mean, she beat Jasmine Paolini, who obviously hasn't had the best season, but she is a former Wimbledon finalist and had a great run leading up to this. And she had that really excellent win over Emma Navarro, who's been so resurgent the last few weeks. So yeah, I've been really impressed with Kostyuk, and I think she just hasn't been getting that much attention. Maybe not as much as Noskova, who, is coming off a title and won that crazy match against Kirstea. So I think Kostyuk's coming into this underrated, and I think having the experience of the French Open semifinals just a few months ago, I think that'll really help her out here because, she was playing her first Slam semifinal there and kind of couldn't really meet the moment, and now she's had that experience and she knows what this feels like, and Noskova doesn't. And I know she is very good at handling her nerves, Noskova, but still, this is uncharted territory. So Noskova getting things started on serve, getting an unreturn for 15 all. I feel like it's good for Noskova to be serving first. Yeah, that's a great serve. Oh, and hits Kostyuk with the +1 drop shot. You don't see that too often. I feel like some serve and volley could be good in this match because you have two players who, play well from the ground, but often hit errors. Like I wouldn't call either of these players particularly consistent on their ground strokes. So I think throwing in some variety and taking some risk is definitely worth it for both of them because, what do they have to lose? If they just hug the baseline, then the rally will very well end in an error. So Noskova serving at 30-15 now. And with Mukova in the final, this is the third distinct Czech player in the last 4 years to make the Wimbledon final, and Noskova could be the fourth. Honestly, now it feels weird that last year there weren't any Czech players in the Wimbledon final just because they've been absolutely dominating. We had Vondrousova in 2023 and Krejcikova in 2024. So it could be an all Czech final with a guaranteed Czech champion or Mukova versus Kostyuk. And honestly, no matter who wins this match, I'm going to favor Mukova in the final as long as she's healthy. I know she was having some physical issues at the end of that match, but didn't hold her back from winning and didn't seem too serious. So yeah, whether it's Noskova or Kostyuk, I think I'm going to favor Mukova in the final. Just because, I mean, the biggest thing for me is that she's been in a Grand Slam final before and she almost won it. And that was against Iga Świątek at Roland Garros. Like that is, the odds could not be more stacked against you. And she played so well in that match. So having that experience of being in a Grand Slam final will be so useful, especially against Kostyuk or Noskova who don't have that experience. And I mean, we saw with Kostyuk at the French Open you know, that new experience of being in a slam semifinal definitely affected her. So I feel like being in a slam final could bring out some nerves, as we saw last year with Anisimova, unfortunately. I don't think we're getting a double bagel in the final. I doubt that'll happen, but no one thought that would happen last year, and it did. So, but the odds of that happening 2 years in a row are really, really low. So Kostyuk serving now. Very dominant from the start. She's playing very aggressively, taking the ball early, coming to the net. Coming to the net will be so key in this match and will be so key in the final, as we saw in that semifinal between Gauff and Mukova. And honestly, I didn't think Mukova handled Gauff at the net that well until the very end, until she had that incredible lob to set up her either first or second match point. I don't know. But she kept hitting these very soft lobs that Gauff was getting back very easily in overheads. So for whoever wins this match, coming to the net a lot against Mukova, I think would be a good idea. Just because, I don't know, like Mukova, she just didn't impress me that much with the passing shots until the very end when she was pulling them out and hitting them so well. So I don't know, if she can keep up that form, then she should be fine when her opponent's at the net. Kostyuk served a double fault and then an ace, so that is the duality of Kostyuk, which I'm sure we will be seeing many, many times throughout this match. So Kostyuk serving at 40-15 now. Oh, and hits a great cross-court backhand to hold. And Kostyuk's kid, I honestly wasn't sure how I felt about it, like, at the beginning of the week. Just because, I don't know, the whole, like, scoop top with the, like, tank top underneath, I don't know. But I've warmed to it. I mean, it's really cool, like, the patterns and the fabric, it's very cool. And Wilson always does a great job with Kostyuk's outfits. I actually haven't taken much notice of Noskova's outfit. I think it's just, I mean, at Wimbledon, there's only so much you can do. I gotta say though, the Adidas men's kits are terrible. When I was watching the Felix Djokovic match the other day, I just could not get over how bad Felix's outfit was. There were like these weird dots on the front, and it's just like, how do you mess up a Wimbledon kit? You know, it's all white. You should not be able to mess this up, but somehow Adidas managed it. Noskova is serving very well right now. She had a wobble on her opening service point, and since then it's smooth sailing. Yeah, another great serve. Kostyuk goes for the return winner there, but doesn't quite get it. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that in this match, just very, very big returning. So Noskova looking to hold to love. And she does with another unreturned serve. Yeah, she's serving really, really well. But, you know, on return, often you need some time to settle into your opponent's service rhythm. And Kostyuk is a very strong returner, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her getting more returns in play as the match goes on. But yeah, Noskova holds to love, very, very clean, very easy for 2-1. And yeah, I mean, it's early, but very high first serve percentage from her. Only two games in is not a huge indicator of first serve percentage, but it's good to see her serving so strong so early, because I feel like when you have a really low first serve percentage at the outset, that is a sign of nerves or a sign of weather. But I don't think it's too windy today to affect that. There were some matches earlier this week though where it was really windy and the serves were interesting. There was one like early round match that I watched where it was windy and the serves were just so bad. But I can't remember what it was. But yeah, don't think it's too bad today. Just hot. You can see all the people in the crowd like fanning themselves. When I was watching the first match, I kept noticing like the crowd were like fanning themselves in sync, and I wonder how like is that like a subconscious thing that happens where you have your little paper fan? I don't know. When I've been to tennis tournaments, usually they're pretty hot because yeah, I usually go to the tournaments here in the States and they're all very hot. Sometimes they give out these like paper fans, which is always really nice. But the Wimbledon fans seem so nice. Like they're all so colorful. I bet they're like fancy cloth fans. Anyways, Kostyuk serving. Not as dominant on her serve as Noskova, but still up 30 love, doing very well in the rallies. I think sometimes, honestly, if you're too dominant on serve, that kind of is a bad thing because you're not getting as much rhythm on rallies. That's kind of the problem with like serve bots. You know, the Fritz Bublik match, I just felt like neither of them were doing anything in rallies at the beginning just because they were both getting so many free points on their serve that when you did get into a rally, it was like, wait, what's happening? And almost needed to like settle into playing a rally. So yeah, Kostyuk holding the edge in rallies right now, but it should even out as it goes on. That is a great serve from Kostyuk. Oh, but misses the +1 approach forehand into the net. That was a tough forehand. Noskova kind of shanked that return and it landed very close to the net, but yeah, Kostyuk just kind of going for too much there, hits the tape. So 30 all, a little bit of trouble on serve here for Kostyuk. And she hits a let. It's always funny watching tennis with no sound because sometimes I'll never know if a ball is out or not. I'm just waiting to see the score tick up. See, like that one, I thought that was in, and it was not. So a second serve for Kostyuk. Ooh, goes very, very bold, hits the line, and gets the unreturned. I think it was a good move to go for a body serve there, just testing Noskova's return and reaction time. And yeah, it was a great serve. Super close to the line. Honestly, I thought that one was out too. So now 40-30 for Kostyuk. Digs herself out of that hole, but still needs to hold. So she has a second serve here. She does it again, the body serve right on the line, but Noskova can handle it this time and wins the rally to bring us to the first deuce of the match. And I have a feeling we will be seeing a lot more deuce just because they are quite evenly matched, I'd say. Noskova has been a little stronger on serve so far, but, you know, Kostyuk can match that level, I think, and I would say they're pretty even in rallies in general. So Kostyuk with a second serve at deuce. Body serve on the line again, and she hits an excellent forehand down the line for ad. Yeah, I mean, this is just Kostyuk's game. It's going big, it's being brave, and I think that'll be important in this match, and especially important if she plays Muchova, who I thought at times was a little passive today. Definitely wasn't as bold as she could have been. Kostyuk rushes the net, but can't quite get it done up there, so back to deuce. But yeah, Kostyuk just being very, very brave at the outset. High risk tennis, but that's always how she is. So we'll see if it's high risk, high reward today, or just high risk. As she serves at deuce, goes out wide and gets the unreturned. Kostyuk's serve is very unpredictable. I mean, I know she likes the body serve on second serve, but her first serve, you just have no idea where it's going. And that is very useful because, I mean, her serve isn't that big, but she's a very good spot server. Yeah, goes down the tee there and gets the unreturned again to hold for 2 all. That's a great hold for Kostyuk. And she seems to be pumping herself up or something like that. I'm not sure. I never know with Kostyuk. I mean, she's so expressive on the court. Honestly, not as much as she used to be. I remember when some of her old matches I would watch, like, she would just rant so much, and, like, I think she has a much more positive on-court attitude now, and I think that's a big part of the success she's had this year because, she's much kinder to herself on the court, I think. Noskova coming into the net again, but doesn't need it as Kostyuk hits the net. And Noskova making very good early use of her all-court game. I feel like she kind of gets shoehorned into this, like, image of a baseliner, but I don't think I'd call her that. I think she has some solid variety, and I think her variety is pretty underrated. So first serve percentage dipping a little bit for Noskova in this game. But that's a great second serve. Kostyuk gets it back. This might be the longest rally we've had, and Noskova sprays a forehand wide, and that's why I think we haven't seen that many long rallies, just because, like I said, either you're coming forward to finish the point or you're just missing a rally shot. For both players, I mean, because they're both just so they hit with such low margins that the errors are very common in these baseline rallies. Kostyuk tries to get the passing shot, but misses, and yeah, just another one, like, you gotta finish off these points at the net and take control. It's really good to see how important the net play is today in both of these women's semifinals. I'm sure we will not get the same in the men's semifinals. I haven't seen that many good net points from the men this tournament, but that is not a surprise. Noskova backhand hits the net. Yeah, she just has not been consistent enough from the ground in these rallies. So either needs to just keep coming forward or just figure out what the issue is, because once Kostyuk gets into a rhythm, I think it's Noskova who will miss first. Ooh, and that is a great serve from Noskova right on the tee. Gets the unreturn from Kostyuk. So 40-30. Kind of a similar service game to Kostyuk's last one. So we'll see if it goes to deuce and truly mirrors it. Misses that first serve, but I think that was a good spot. Wide. I don't think Kostyuk was expecting that. So we got a second serve here, and she goes for the tee serve. And yeah, Kostyuk just gets that return in play, and Noskova misses the forehand long for deuce. And Noskova, I mean, she needs to work out this rally tolerance issue pretty quickly, because once Kostyuk settles into the match, she's just going to be forcing rallies. And from what I've seen right now, Kostyuk is going to be winning all these rallies. Watch Noskova win a rally right after I said this? No, not necessary, because she hits a great tee serve to go up advantage Noskova. So game point here to hold. So she's going to go out wide again. She did, but misses it into the net. So second serve. Goes out wide. Kostyuk gets the return and play. That is a bizarre backhand from Noskova, but it went in. And we're getting a rally here. And Noskova just not able to handle the depth of Kostyuk's ground strokes. I mean, she keeps pushing her shots, like her shots from the middle, she's pushing them down the line and then just very, very, very wide. That keeps happening when Kostyuk hits her shots so close to the baseline, which she's going to keep doing. So I feel like Noskova needs to stand back a little bit in rallies, just because the ball is coming so fast. It's an excellent serve, +1 from Noskova. I love when a serve hits the chalk and the chalk flies up. That just makes me so happy. And I think, of course, of John McEnroe. Oh yeah, I think it's so cool. That's one of my favorite things about grass, honestly, is when a serve hits the chalk. So Noskova with the advantage again. Serve goes well wide of the tee, but I like that tee serve. I think that was good to do after going wide on all these ad side points. And Noskova again, just with these rally balls, just not able to stay consistent in these rallies. So back to deuce. This time, at least this time, she kind of course corrected at least because it wasn't wide, it was just long. And it was the backhand again. So back to deuce. Noskova goes down the line. Oh, this is an interesting camera angle. And finishes the point off at the net. I think definitely good for her to get back there. She was trying to settle into her rhythm off the ground, but I think at this point you just got to hold and do what was working, and what was working was going to the net. So add in again for Noskova, and she gets that wide serve. So she holds for 3-2. Very well earned hold, but I think this will inspire a lot of confidence for Kostyuk just because once she got into rallies, she was dominating and just forcing errors. I mean, not even forcing errors, just lightly drawing errors from Noskova, let's say. So I think that service game was more of a point of confidence for Kostyuk than it was for Noskova. And I think the game where Kostyuk held with deuce, I don't think there was anything in there that Noskova could use going forward to be like, okay, this is how I break. Whereas Kostyuk knows, okay, just get in long rallies, don't let her come to the net, hit with a lot of depth, and she should win those points. But let's see how Kostyuk does on serve here, because it won't really matter unless she can hold. So yeah, Noskova with the chance to be the 4th unique Czech Wimbledon finalist in the last 4 years, and would join Karolina Muchova. Could be fun. I mean, I think it'll be a good final either way, because Kostyuk and Muchova have very different game styles, and Muchova is all about just the lighter touch. I mean, consistency, but you don't see her making a lot of unforced errors, and Kostyuk is very much aggressive, great from the baseline. So yeah, it would be an interesting contrast of styles. And then I think Noskova plays a little more like Muchova, but again, would be an interesting matchup for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're in for a good final. So Kostyuk serving here at 2-3. Starts off with an excellent serve +1, gets that forehand right into the corner where Noskova just cannot reach that. And Noskova is leading the WTA Tour in grass wins in the last 2 seasons with 18. And everyone behind her or not everyone behind her, but the 3 people behind her are all tied with 15. And that is Elise Mertens, who was just in the quarterfinals and lost to Noskova. Emma Navarro, who lost to Marta Kostyuk in the 4th round? I think it was the 3rd round. Yeah, it was the 3rd round. And then, of course, Amanda Anisimova was on that list after making the Wimbledon final last year, Queen's final last year. So not surprising that she's on that list. But yeah, Noskova with 18 has the most grass court wins these last 2 seasons. Which, I don't know, it doesn't surprise me just considering how well she's done this season, but I can't remember her doing that much on grass last season. Oh, and Isabel is here, so I will add her. Hi. How are you?
Good. Took me a second to get the match set up. Did you see the first semifinal?
I did. I saw the third set. I was asleep during the first two.
Same. I woke up.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the third set was by far the best part. So
yeah, totally.
I don't think we
woke up
missed
at
much.
like 2-all.
I woke up as it was starting, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, what is happening?" Because I saw the score line and I was like, "What is this?" Because it was such a lopsided first two sets, but for different people.
Yeah, very lopsided.
Oh yeah, this one, I mean, the first set has been a lot closer than that first set, which I think
already
6-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that third set was pretty incredible.
Incredible. I was pretty disappointed. Obviously, I wanted Coco to win, and it, she very nearly did.
Yeah. Oh, that volley on that.
What a horrible choice.
That it was, yeah. Oh, and Noskova now with a break point. She's been returning much better in this game, I think.
I am happy for Muchova though, because I do like her game.
Same.
I like her outfits. So I'm not disappointed with her win at all. I'm very happy for her. I wish it could.
Yeah, neither am I. No, during the tiebreak, I was just like, oh, why does one of them have to lose?
Yeah. I do think that if Coco had won though, I think she could have won the final.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
She's just had so much confidence through this run, and she's like been in a Grand Slam final before and won it, whereas neither of the players in this match have. So I feel like she would have won the final.
I guess that's true. Muchova's been in the final though.
Yeah, she's been in one, so she has that advantage. Wow, that was a great forehand from Kostyuk. But yeah, Coco, I mean, she played so well. That was one of the best matches I've ever seen her play.
Yeah, she was serving well. Forehand wasn't doing too much crazy stuff.
Yeah, it was just a couple points in the tiebreak, and that made the difference. Oof. Oh my goodness, Kostyuk hits a great backhand down the line and then follows it up with a volley into the net. And yeah, that's just Kostyuk. She's so unpredictable from not even point to point, like shot to shot, like that was. And then hits an ace.
Who do you favor in this match?
I picked Kostyuk at the beginning of the match, and I think I'm going to stick with that just because, I don't know, Noskova just cannot handle like these rallies when they get into rallies. So unless Noskova can just serve and volley the whole time, basically, I feel like Kostyuk is going to win. But I don't know. I haven't been impressed with how Noskova's been coming to the net and serving. So we'll see. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it could go either way. I'm kind of split. Maybe give the edge to Kostyuk a little bit, just because she's only lost like one match in the last few months.
I feel like it's probably going 3, no matter what happens.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if this really straight sets.
Yeah. Something that the it's so stupid, the Owen Kostyuk holds. Some of the commentators I've noticed are like obsessed in kind of a boomer way with the fact that Noskova has a septum piercing. Like they keep talking about it. They're like, she'd be the first player to get into the final with a septum ring.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Are you guys okay? This is what we care about?
I feel like this would only happen at Wimbledon, where they're like, something new is on the grass. Oh, it's a horror.
It's a nose ring. Like, calm down.
That's really funny. Yeah, that was a good hold from Kostyuk. There's been the last few games, there's been a lot of juice.
Has there?
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, doesn't surprise me with this match, because I feel like the margins are pretty thin here, and they're both pretty evenly matched. Oof, it's a great return from Kostyuk. Oh my god, I thought she had that. Like, I guess that's a passing shot. Like, she kind of scooped it. That would have been a great shot if it went in.
I love a passing shot.
Same. During the first match today, Vukova, every time Coco was at the net, she would hit these like soft lobs, and it was driving me crazy. I was like, just hit, like, at least try a passing shot, because Coco kept getting the lobs back. Oof. Bit of a slice battle there that Kostyuk won. I feel like approach slice is an odd shot to attempt.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just trying to keep it unpredictable, right?
Mm-hmm. Oof, that is an excellent forehand. I feel like we needed a good day of tennis after yesterday.
Absolutely, after yesterday. I fully woke up for both of those matches, and
Really?
I was tired. I'm working nights right now, and I was like, they're gonna be good. At least I was like, they're both at least gonna go 4, and I stayed up for both of them, and they were both so boring.
It's just depressing.
Just maybe
like for different reasons. I couldn't even watch the Fritz match. Like, I couldn't bring myself to watch it. But the Cabali Ferry match, I just couldn't believe how Cabali was just not getting to anything towards the end. Like, he just was not running for those shots.
It was weird. I was like, he's really gonna allow himself to be bageled?
I know. I was like, this it's kind of embarrassing. You're playing someone who should have lost like 4 times already in this tournament, and you're a top 10 player. You should not be getting bageled.
I mean, I don't want to say that Ferry has no business being in the semis, because he's won fair and square against all these guys, you know. And I do feel like every slam has this kind of, I swear I'm not trying to make a pun. I swear to God, but like every slam has this kind of fairy tale run, right? With one player like getting their breakthrough. So, I mean, I don't know that we would really be discussing it in the same way if he wasn't British. But I mean, just Does he have a chance tomorrow?
I want to say yes, but we both know the answer is no. Like, of course this is gonna happen. You know, Ferry plays these crazy matches against players who were up and had the advantage, and they kind of fumbled it, and he beats a top 10 player, and then he's gonna lose in straight sets tomorrow. Like, of course that's gonna happen. And I'd love to be wrong, but I just feel like he hasn't played someone of that caliber yet.
Yeah, he hasn't played the big servers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's such a wee fella.
I know. He's like, whenever he goes to do the handshake in all of his matches, I've been like, whoa, this height.
The first time I saw it, I was like, whoa.
You know it's bad when you look short compared to Flavio Cavalli, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's a good returner.
Yeah, he just hasn't faced that big of a serve yet.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong so bad.
I want to be wrong, too. I'm so scared.
I don't know.
This is just this whole...
Like, are we really doing this again?
Cursed to me. Like,
I agree. It's cursed, like a different type of cursed, but it's still cursed.
You know what? I blame Alcaraz on this whole season.
Yeah, we need him to come back, like, ASAP.
Like, this is all his fault that we have to deal with this kind of
None of this would have happened if he was still around.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to worry about Zverev at all. And because this is the thing, it's like it's either Zverev has a chance at the final or Novak has a chance at beating Fed's record, and it's just, and unfortunately I no longer trust Sinner to make it through anymore.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, look, if he can't beat Djokovic after Djokovic just played a 5.5-hour match, like, what are we even doing?
Yeah, and I just, you know what? I don't trust him to be able to get it done. I know he did it last year in the semis, in like straights, but I don't trust him anymore. He's
been playing very, very weird at this tournament. Kostyuk finally gets an easy hold. Just a nice hold to love after all that deuce.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit dragged in the comments for bringing up Ferry's height. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I don't care how tall anyone is. I'm 5 feet tall. Like, it really doesn't matter to me. If you're 5'1", I think you're tall, but it's just funny when he walks up to the net next to someone who's like 6'5", and because you don't see how short he is when he's standing.
The funniest was, oh my god, did you see the handshake between Struff and Baez in the first round?
No, I didn't.
So funny.
Baez is also wee.
And like, I'm saying this, like, all of these men are taller than I am, but like, just by comparison,
it's just cute to see, and I love that for them. Yeah. And I know it's an unfortunate trend in tennis that, like, when there's a guy like under 5'10" on the tour, it's all we can talk about. I mean, I think the only thing anyone ever said about Diego Schwartzman was like, he's 5'7", you know?
Yeah, which is, I mean, still taller than I am, so
yeah.
Yeah, it could be worse. No, I'm always rooting for Paolini. I'm like, I need to root for my fellow short queens, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy to see short people succeeding in tennis. I don't know how tall either of these players are.
I would guess they're like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah. But Noskova looks like she's about to hold to love here. Yep. Another unreturned serve. So 2 very easy holds off the back of 2 very difficult holds. I feel like we were just in a commercial break. Those just breezed by.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like a lot of long rallies or anything yet.
I swear they happened before you came. Like, there were some rallies in a couple games ago, but they just kind of stopped doing that.
You just have that effect on people.
I was saying how nice it is just to like see people coming to the net and like using variety, and how, because like watching the men this week, it's just been kind of all serve botting.
Yeah.
Except, I mean, like Kabali, but then we saw what happened to him yesterday, so maybe he should have been serve botting.
I do think that could be the one maybe advantage that Ferry can have tomorrow, is that he was a bit more of like an all court player, like obviously not a big server, but you know, really strong returner, and was like using the whole court. And Zverev, you know, doesn't move that much because he doesn't have to, but that could be used to some effect. Like maybe at least he'll hold his own serve.
Yeah, I feel like on return games, Ferry just needs to like just get the return in play and then worry about the rest later.
Yeah.
Because Zverev's serve has been so like consistent at this tournament. Like his serve stats yesterday were insane.
I miss the unconfident.
I know. I know, so bad. I miss the Zverev that lost to Fritz 7 times in a row.
That was
R.I.P. that streak. That was so wonderful.
Yeah,
I can't believe that's over.
Can't use it anymore.
I felt bad for Fritz yesterday though, because clearly he was not 100%.
Which is weird because he did really well against Bublik, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
He seems really solid, you know, no injury.
Yeah. Arthur Ferry, do you want to do something crazy?
Oh, okay. Missed volley from
Oh
Kostyuk.
my god, another one. Just has not been able to put things away at the net. And Noskova 2 points away from the set now. Quite suddenly. It's probably a good thing that the final isn't Goff versus Kostyuk. I feel like that would just be some nonsense.
In what way?
Like, I don't know, they've been very similar today, just in the misses, I think, and I just think that it would be a lot of unforced errors in that match.
Wow. Okay, Noskova has triple set
3
point.
points. That happened very quickly. Kostyuk definitely needs some first serves here.
And she does not get one.
All right, second serve on set point. I think you're ahead of me.
Noskova way wide on that backhand.
Oh, yeah. That was good serve placement, though. I don't know how you're always so ahead of me.
I know, when we live in the same city.
We live in the same city. It makes sense like all the British people are ahead of me. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but we live in the same place.
It's I don't get it. My parents are also in the same city, and they are always like 10 or 15 seconds ahead of me too. And it's on their television. So like, I don't know. Wow, okay.
Double fault.
Wow.
And not Kostyuk, Noskova takes the set.
That must be painful.
Yeah, that was a pretty poor way to finish the set. This kind of reminds me of how Noskova won the first set against Madison Keys, because, I mean, it's kind of different because Keys was up 40-love serving at 4-5, and then Noskova broke, but yeah, Noskova's been doing a very good job breaking in this specific game. Oh, and we have Valdez here, so I will add him. Hello.
Hello. This match is smack dab in the middle of my day and all my morning meetings. It's cascading all over each other. How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Wow. I I was in my meetings and I was in my work office and I had my phone down with Coco's match and I was I had these expressions in the meeting and I had to control my face so that I wouldn't give the wrong signals to the people who I was on the Zoom meeting with. So at some point I would have a sad or like a stressed face and I'm like, no, like I had to show that like there's nothing wrong. Like I'm just everything's good. About match.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to have matches super early in the morning.
Yeah. I always like Wimbledon because it's the slam where I can catch the most matches because I'm usually working like in the late afternoon evenings.
Yeah.
Except for on weekends, I don't quite know if I'm gonna be able to watch the finals.
Are you based in California as well, Isabel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it makes sense. It's just, yeah.
California, rise up.
But I am moving to the East Coast soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back to school soon, which is in Michigan. So
there you go.
We're abandoning LA.
I will miss it. I won't
Me too.
be able to play tennis year round.
I haven't watched like there's some matches that I haven't watched, but I feel like generally this Wimbledon, I've watched a good chunk of it, a good chunk of matches. I think this is the most I've watched Wimbledon. Quite
Same.
frankly,
I mean, I'm an unemployed college student, so watching tennis is literally all I've been doing.
I mean, I work mostly from home, so it's easy for me to like have matches in the background and just do whatever I'm doing. So, but yeah,
I
I'm
missed a
surprised
lot
that
of the first round or of like first few rounds because they were like the early stuff is on at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah, I was not watching those.
I missed a lot of that, but yeah, these later rounds, the like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. ones I can get up for, especially since we've had so many long matches on the men's side that they're still on at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You know?
But yesterday was an anomaly. Like the matches were done in like a flash.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, like yesterday finished 5 hours before Tuesday did.
I know, it was like 10 a.m. when it was done. And I was like, what am I supposed to do for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
And we had the same number of matches, which is bizarre.
Yeah, no, yesterday it's got one of the worst quarterfinal days of a Grand Slam ever.
Probably. Let me get my charger one moment.
Noskova is serving with a little bit of danger. I think it would be very good for Kostyuk to get a break here, just to kind of reset from the way she lost that first set.
Yeah, it happened so fast.
Oh, that was a great lob, but Noskova puts it away.
I feel like Kostyuk gets so jumpy sometimes under pressure, and I think that's what happened in that last game at the end of the first. I'm surprised
that's a great serve.
They scheduled Djokovic and Sinner second for tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Because I know like I remember at the US Open in 2024, they flipped it so Fritz and Tiafoe could be the later match, but that made sense. And I feel like this one, it's like you have a British player versus the number 2 seed. I feel like you can keep that as the second match.
People are accusing them of trying to take the heat away from Sinner and Djokovic.
That might be it, actually.
I mean, they both struggle under the heat, and Djokovic could use extra hours to rest. So it's like a win-win for both, if I think about it that way.
I don't want Djokovic to have any rest. I would like him to be as weary as possible.
I mean, I don't know what happened to Fritz yesterday. That was very painful.
Tendinitis again.
His knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were commiserating about that earlier.
There's a world in which I listened to a podcast this morning. There's a world in which Zverev beats Arthur very easily because Arthur Ferry is running on fumes, and then Sinner and Djokovic kill each other, and somehow how Djokovic squeaks.
Don't even breathe it into
He
existence.
has nothing left, and Zverev just waltz to a Wimbledon title, doing nothing. And I will have to put men's tennis on pause. Yeah.
If that happens, no.
I'm gonna have to just distance myself from men's tennis for a minute.
Jake is asking me who would I rather win in a match between Novak and Zverev. Is suicide an option?
I mean, it's Novak.
I think it's Novak. It's Novak.
Novak.
It's Novak. There's no question about it. It's Novak.
Yeah.
It is not that way for me because the only thing that I have is Federer's record at Wimbledon. Okay, I don't care if Sinner beats Federer's record at Wimbledon. I don't care if Carlos gets it. I don't care. But Novak is not allowed to beat Federer's record at Wimbledon, or at least match it. It's not fair. Let that man have his thing. Okay, let him have his crown.
Listen, let's just manifest for a Sinner Ferry final, and all our problems will be solved.
I'd be very happy if it's a Sinner Ferry final.
I'd be happy if it was Sinner Zverev because at least I know. I
don't want to. I don't want to.
Yeah, we need Zverev on. No more.
He can
I
take
don't want
care of
chances for Zverev. I don't want chances. He can go away right now. I don't want chances.
Zverev is about as enjoyable as cyanide.
I was talking with a friend yesterday, and I was like, we've lost Holger, Arthur, Fritz injured,
Draper.
Bublik had an injury in his match. Players are tumbling and fumbling, and somehow Zverev is standing tall. I'm like, where's the justice in the world? What is happening?
No, literally.
Why is he still standing on two strong feet? How? Why?
What happened to those weak ankles?
What happened to the double faults? Can we get those back?
Oh God, it's annoying.
It's so annoying. It's like we're doing this again. The French Open wasn't bad enough. We're doing it again.
The whole season is cursed. I think the U.S. Open is going to be just as bad.
I mean, the U.S. Open is always insane,
chaotic. So
I think the
I know
this season is if Tiafoe wins the U.S. Open. That would be
wonderful.
Reset the course.
That would salvage everything.
Because I think when Carlos got injured, it created this rip in the space, right?
The multiverse or something.
The multiverse,
know.
yeah. And now we're living in this horrible alternate reality. And I think if someone like Tiafoe could just win the U.S. Open, then it would reset everything. Carlos will be fine.
Yeah.
Zverev will break his leg, everything, and Novak will retire, and everything will be great.
No, we desperately need a blessed U.S. Open on the men's side.
I think,
I don't want to see any of this nonsense at the U.S. Open.
I mean, if Arthur Ferry wins Wimbledon, that will reset the whole timeline.
That's true. That could also happen. But the chances are very low.
Very.
I can only hope that the crowd will bother Zverev so much that he implodes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Ferry, he's had such crazy wins, but some of them have been like Zizou Bergs should have finished out that match. He was up a double break in the fourth set and a break in the fifth set, and then Dimitrov was up a break in the fourth set. So how much of it
he was up a break twice? He was up a break twice.
Yeah.
In the fourth set.
I don't know how much of it was Ferry getting himself out of these moments, or those players kind of crumbling when they had the lead.
Well, who's great at fumbling his leads? It's done it many times before.
Yeah, didn't happen at the French Open.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
You just have to remember who he is.
Yeah,
remember who you are.
Remember who you are.
You're not a closer.
Remember
We
the
need to-
what's a good 2024 Australian Open semis. Do it like that.
Or 2024 2025. No, God, what year is it? 2024 French Open final.
Yeah. The one against Alcaraz.
Even the semis this year at the Australian Open when he served for the match.
Too many to pick from.
Yeah. Against a cramping Alcaraz.
So, believe it or not, Zverev is 17-1 in majors this year. The only match he's lost is to a cramping Alcaraz, a match in which he served for the match.
We need Alcaraz to come back.
How is this our reality? Wow.
Kostyuk looks a little frustrated, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think she's winning this match. She looks not. She doesn't feel. She doesn't feel or look like she thinks she can win.
I will be right back. I have to turn my AC on. It is so hot in here.
It's been very hot in LA this week.
She's just making the whole match actually. She's making very careless errors. If I'm being honest, I just I've seen at least 2 or 3 shots when she approaches the net and dumps the thing into the net. So her forehand in particular has been off.
She was playing really well at the beginning of the first set, and it felt like only a matter of time before she would get a break. And then Noskova started getting easy holds, and Kostyuk kind of fell apart on her own serve.
And she double faulted a few times. The forehand is spraying a lot now. Another forehand error. Love 30.
Yeah.
This could be a quick one. If she gets
I
broken
thought this was going 3 for sure.
No, I don't think so. Jake, yes, it frustrates me endlessly that people are talking about Zverev like he's this man who has been unleashed and he's finally beaten his demons of choking. He's in a new era in his career.
It's because he's not playing Sinner and Alcaraz.
He's all of a sudden, people are legitimately making him the second favorite to win Wimbledon.
Triple break point here for Noskova could shut the door on this match.
Yeah. I think people have just swept everything about him under the rug.
Mhm.
And I think honestly, she broke to love. Oh, this match is running away from her quickly.
Yeah.
And this is unfortunately, this is the similar situation, like Ghosty said, in all sports. There's several soccer players who have been accused of all kinds of violence, but their teams and the entourage around them, their PR machines will just cover them, and we'll never hear about those things. Some of them are probably even more egregious than Zverev's, honestly, but we're never going to get any sort of clear justice, at least in the public eye. So
yeah. No, it always bothers, especially after the French Open, it really bothered me when people were like, oh, well, you have to be happy for this story. No, I don't. You've done terrible things. I don't have to be happy.
Who are you to commission my joy in the sports? Ridiculous.
Yeah, so I hope Ferry can win just so we don't have to hear all that crap again.
I know. Just let it be over with.
Oof.
Oh, love 30.
That was a great return from Kostyuk right on the line.
So do you know what this match reminds me of?
What?
The semifinal that Kostyuk played against Mira Andreeva, where she just laid an egg, and it feels like she's laying an egg again.
I feel like she is doing better here than she did in that match. That match was very one-sided. Wow, I can't believe that slice from Kostyuk was in. And I mean, yeah, there's a chance for her to get back into the match here.
I mean, even in the World Cup, Ghosty, there are several players who, I think there's a famous soccer player, I don't either from Morocco or Egypt, who is being taken to court for a rape case. But, like,
Ronaldo too, right?
not maybe I mean there are lots of them. Like I mean,
there's so many of them.
There's so many of them. Like there's a very popular one on the New York Times, a case from Morocco, I believe, and it was a big article that came out a couple of weeks ago, but then everyone's just moving on, you know, and they're celebrating him, and the teams have no comment, and FIFA has no comment on. I'm so okay, sure. I guess sports matters than people's lives. Sports matters more than people's lives. Yes.
Not to shamelessly plug myself, but I wrote about this on my Substack if anyone's interested.
Yeah,
It was
please,
really
please
good. I highly
share the
recommend.
link.
Highly
Please share the
recommend. It was a
link.
great article.
Thank you. I didn't even, it wasn't even really an article. It was more like a journal entry because I was just so upset by the whole thing. I was just like, I have so many feelings. I have to say this match is not really going the way I thought it was going to go.
And it's not interesting. It's not really interesting either, if I'm being honest.
Well, it's not the tie break from the other match.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. And I don't think unless they go to an even crazier third set tiebreak, nothing's gonna live up to that first match.
The 22-point tiebreak.
Oh well, yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
Noskova about to go.
I think it's Hakimi Ghosty. I think that's the one. Yeah, he's the one. He's the one who accused of rape. And it was a big feature on the New York Times last week, or maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, was that in?
Yeah, it's in.
Wow.
Oh my God, you guys are both.
Oh, and she cursed on her breast.
No way.
That was just luck. Wow.
She cursed.
Backhand just
insane.
Just grazing that corner.
If she breaks in this game, it's going to be like some of it's going to be luck because that point they got her to deuce, that shot was barely in, and then that return was barely in.
Oh, it was break point, and she saved the break point.
That was my God, that was out. I thought that was
out.
That was out.
Oh my God.
Oh,
wait, no, that was out. Yeah, that was definitely out.
What?
What happened?
Okay,
No,
break point
she
for
had the whole
Kostyuk.
court.
Noskova does that a lot.
They heard you calling this match not interesting, and they're like, wait.
They're like, hang on.
She broke. It's interesting now.
Oh my gosh.
See, and he's ahead of us.
Yeah. This doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
I'm
okay.
I'm literally live.
Break back.
But the
Let's
thing is,
go.
she needs to hold serve because she has not held serve comfortably in the last 4 or 5 service games. So
Yeah, she just needs to carry this momentum right now. And I mean, I think it'll be great for her that she finally got a break because I feel like that was the source of her frustration in the first set, at least. So this should give her some confidence.
Kostyuk is a player who is oftentimes used to being in a player service game. And so I think the fact that, because she's won the best return, I think her and Coco are like literally top 2 or top 3 in terms of return points and return games won. And I think the fact that she wasn't getting into those return games made her feel so much pressure on serve. And so she just like really couldn't think clearly when she was serving because she's like, okay, I have to hold serve because otherwise I can't get to the other person's serve. So what am I going to do? And I think maybe that's the source of her frustration. But hopefully this break will make her play better on her service games and not stress out too much.
I mean, it's Kostyuk. I think the stress comes with the package.
Yeah.
Jake wants you guys to have a weekly show. Do I not exist, Jake?
Wow.
Am I not invited? Am I not one of your favorites?
You are invited. I'm inviting you.
No, it's fine. I have a job.
Oh, well.
Fellas, I feel like I've done so many streams with you this week.
I know. I'm not even sure if it's this week or last week, but it feels like let's just say Wimbledon.
Yeah, just Wimbledon.
It's seems like it's endless. Carson is
Oh,
here.
Carson's here.
Oh.
You have a full house today.
Hello. What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Full house. Oh my gosh, this is a good point.
Oh, they heard me.
Oh
my god, I thought that was out.
They took offense to me, and they're like, let us show you some evidence.
Like us boring?
Oh wow, that was a great backhand. Yeah, Carson, before you got here, they were talking about how this match wasn't interesting.
And then all of a sudden, Kostyuk was like, hold my beer.
Well, that is interesting. But, I don't know. It's been fine so far, I think.
And I
Yeah.
think the reason
Mostly.
it was interesting was because Kostyuk wasn't really doing enough. Wow, she's turned it on now.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just turned it on now. Because this is what I expected from her. This is how she was playing at the start of the match. Then after two games on serve, it became stressful all of a
She
sudden.
just had a bit of a dip. She's recovering.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting that break was just huge. You know, now she knows she can do it and knows she can match Noskova on Noskova serve, and she can certainly do it on her own serve too.
Not only was it huge, it was imperative because she would have been down
Yeah.
7-4-1. And that's pretty much.
I mean, as we've seen from Arthur Ferry, 4-1 is not impossible to come back from.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's not, but the way that she had been playing up to that point,
Yeah.
I think that could have been the match.
Now Noskova is missing and missing. Oof, interesting now.
I'll still be frustrated after that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of how she looked at the very beginning of the match, just missing very wide on these rallies.
I actually had Kostyuk as a favorite going into this.
So did I.
Seals it with an ace.
Nice.
Very hot.
And Noskova is looking
Excellent
around
service
now.
game.
Kostyuk is trying to prevent an all-check final.
Which, I mean, would be fitting considering just the trends at Wimbledon in the last few years.
Jennifer Capriati tweeted and said she believes all of these semifinalists, Goff, Mahova, and Noskova and Kostyuk, any of them could win, but she'd really love Kostyuk to win because she wants her dress.
It is a good outfit.
It is a good outfit.
They've had a lot of really good kits at Wimbledon this year. I've liked a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I want to wear everything.
Wow, Love 15 now again on.
Yeah, I loved Coco's outfit.
Oh, Coco never has a bad outfit. Like,
yep, she never misses.
New Balance, incredible. Like everything they put her in is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also loved Carolina's outfit. Like,
me too. Yeah,
it felt kind of
That's a good
like
one.
vintagey, like kind of 90s, like Agassi
Airy,
would wear something like
breezy.
that. You know, like I loved it. Everything I've seen this.
It had a Steffi Graf, like the airy, breezy kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying earlier, the only ones I didn't like are the Adidas men's outfits. I don't like Felix. It had these
Oh,
like
with
weird
the-
like dots
That was
on it. I didn't like it.
It's they're doing like a cooling technology thing.
Isn't it the same thing that Zverev has?
Yeah. It has something to do with cooling.
Like.
Okay. I mean, at least it has a purpose. I don't know. In my opinion, it doesn't look very good.
It looks ugly.
I think that the men don't get to do as much with their outfits at Wimbledon, you know?
I mean,
That's
Taylor
true.
Fritz came in with a boss suit only to be.
That was pretty
terrible.
epic.
I know.
I don't like. I understand like the walk-ons thing, but like Taylor Fritz, and like I say this as someone who really likes Taylor Fritz, but like, do we think he is a walk-on outfit kind of guy? I feel like no.
Oh wow, Kostyuk. Ooh.
I think I think post breakup he's trying stuff.
I was today years old when I found out Noskova has a septum ring. How did I?
We
know
were
that?
Oh,
Okay, no, you weren't
just
here.
talking
Hang
about
on, you
that.
weren't here for this. But I was saying earlier that all I've been hearing about Noskova from like mostly male, mostly older commentators is they're like, she has a septum piercing. She would be the first person to make a final with a septum ring.
What does that mean?
Like, why are we talking about this?
How is that news? Like saying
I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I feel seen. Like
great commentary from ESPN. Thanks, John McEnroe.
And like we never hear that like oh, Bublik would be the first person with tattoo sleeves to win a final. Like
Nick Kyrgios had tattoos all over his.
I know, and like
Yeah.
no one ever. It's ridiculous.
The commentary has been really funny, especially when like you have Andy Roddick and John McEnroe, because there was one match I watched where Andy Roddick like posed some tactical question, and then McEnroe was like, "I think you should answer that." Like the difference is just so funny.
The thing I've noticed is like Andy, and obviously like I'm a huge fan of his podcast, but he'll be on air with Mac and just going like on a tangent, you know, and it's intelligent, it's interesting. There's lots of analyticals going on, and he's like really into it. And then McEnroe's just kind of like staring at him, and then Andy will finish, and then Mac will be like, "Yeah, I agree with all that." What he said.
Oh, Kostyuk.
How much do you think that McEnroe actually thinks about tennis?
What does McEnroe actually think about tennis?
Like how much does he like think about it outside of the Grand Slams? I feel like he just shows up and starts
Not
talking.
at all. I think it's a paycheck for him. He does not do the research. He does not even look up how to pronounce people's names. And you know, I didn't know this before, but Andy was talking about it on his podcast, like how many people they have researching behind the scenes at ESPN. Like it is a whole office of people just sitting at computers, feeding them information. So now that I know that, Mac has no excuse to be as so ill-informed at the smallest thing of like pronouncing Flavio Caboli's name correctly. Like it's ridiculous. It's on purpose.
Or said like belly.
It's always so bad.
That's bad. There was a Felix match that he was doing earlier in the tournament. The roof was closed for it. They closed it midway through the match, and McEnroe made a comment that he was surprised that Felix was playing so well indoors. Felix.
There's no way.
Felix might be the #1 player in the world indoors. What are we doing?
All but one of his titles are indoors.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jake asked me a question. What is the match that made you a tennis fan? I would say it has to be the French Open. It was either the Sharapova final from 2013 or no, that one. I would say the Serena Azarenka final from 2012. That's the match. That made me sad.
Good match.
What about the rest of you?
Yeah, you, Isabel.
Good question.
Well, I came from like a tennis fan family, so it was on.
Yeah, me
the
too.
Second I came into the world, the earliest one I can remember, like the most detail from, is 2008 Wimbledon, because like that was like the longest match I think I had sat through to that point. And I was such a Federer, my whole family was such a Federer fan that like watching him lose was pretty devastating. So that one is not the match that like made me a fan, but the one I like connect with the most. I have a bumper sticker about that match on my car.
Really?
I do, yeah. A local LA brand makes them. I can send it to you if you want.
Wait, that's so cool.
But
That's awesome.
yeah, that's probably a formative match for me.
This is the big game here now for all Love 15.
Yeah.
What about you,
I didn't
Chris?
really start paying attention to tennis until like 2020. So like the Australian Open that year is kind of like the first tournament I followed, and the match that kind of got me hooked. I think it was a fourth round match. It might have been a quarterfinal, but Medvedev and Wawrinka went 5 sets, and Wawrinka had to come from down 2-1 to win it. And I was just watching that like super early in the morning. It's like 2 a.m. where I was. I was like, this is incredible. I love this.
Wawrinka gave us a lot of bangers at the Australian Open over the years.
So many bangers. I love him.
He's great.
Amanda.
For me, it's not really a match. It's okay. Wait, this is like has like a
Maybe a
backstory. But
tournament.
I'm kind of like with Isabel. Like I come from a tennis watching family, but in 2023, I worked at the DC Open, and that was what did it. That was what got me obsessed. So it was the whole tournament.
What did you do at that tournament?
I was an usher, so I would stand in like the entrance, and I'd spend during games. I didn't have to do anything, so I would just watch the matches. It was great.
Oh, that's so cool.
I got to see it. There was one match between Taylor Fritz and Andy Murray, and it was just amazing. And like that was definitely one that I remember that so distinctly. And it was so hot out,
And
I
Andy
was
Murray
standing
loves the
there.
tussle.
Yeah, it was
Murray
3
loves
sets.
the
It was a
tussle.
great match. There was one point where I was like low-key getting heat stroke, but I was like, I can't leave. Like I need to see this match.
Marta has the hold to stay in the match now.
Yeah, that was a very good hold from Noskova, just not feeling the pressure. And now the scoreboard pressure is on Kostyuk again.
If there was an outcome of one match you could change, what would it be? Oof, it's a tough one.
That's tough.
I think I know Isabel's already.
Yeah.
we could just
2019 Wimbledon.
Is it 2019
No
or 2018?
way.
Is it 2019?
2019 Wimbledon.
Of course. I could guess that.
We all guessed
I've never
that.
cried so hard after a match. That would be the one. 2019.
Would you
men's final.
you would change 2019 Wimbledon before 2026 Roland Garros?
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Only because Flavio never had a match point,
That's true.
and
Okay.
Federer
It
had
was never really
several.
close.
Federer, I think he had something like 3 match points or something in that match. So yes, I would change 2019 over 2026 because there was once that 5th set came, Kaboli never had a chance. So what can I say?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
One of you can pick 2026 French Open.
I wouldn't pick French. I would say 2015 U.S. Open semifinals, Serena versus Vinci.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna say 2024 U.S. Open men's final, just because I'm so sick of hearing about no American man has won a Grand Slam since Andy Roddick in 2003. So I would love
Yeah.
for that to just be over. But also 2026 French Open is a good pick.
That's a good pick.
Love 15, by the way.
Ooh, yeah, danger for Kostyuk here.
And this is
That'd
how
be so
she-
disappointing if she got back into the match just to get broken the way she did in the first set.
Yeah, she has to hold serve here. Wow, Kostyuk, Noskova made a wild forehand error. That was way out.
Yeah.
Preston, what about you? Where would you reverse fortunes?
I mean, I brought up the Roland Garros final, so drop.
It's a good
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
No argument.
Ooh, Kostyuk is tight, 15-30. She's stretching her back. There's tension. Eesh.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great return from Noskova. Not much Kostyuk could have done with that, but Yes, the pressure is
She
on.
needs a first serve here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Her forehands are too. She's lifting. Oh, why?
Ooh,
Why?
yikes.
Why?
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh my god, this
Oh my god.
match point.
This is exactly what happened in the first set. She just
Oh my
this is just
god.
exactly what happened. in
and
the
like it's
first set.
happening so suddenly. Like you're serving and then it's match point now, and this is
It's
just
over.
you're right. This
It's
is
like-
exactly what happened in the first set.
One saved.
Okay, all right.
I will agree that Serena Azarenka was my favorite WTA rivalry of the last 20 years. Or 15 years, however long they were on tour together. I mean, they had epic matches at the French Open. Not the French. Oh, she lost.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That's brutal.
That was
Wow.
I don't know.
Oof.
This seemed like some poor footwork from her
Mhm.
in that
She
final
just got
game.
nervous in those last two
That-
those games. I agree with you, Jake. Those matches with Azarenka were unreal. Like everywhere they would play, like in Doha, in Cincinnati. They played a match in 2013 in Cincinnati. That was just epic. I think it went to a final set tiebreak. That match was epic.
Noskova is on such an insane run right now.
How many matches in a row has she won?
Did she play in between Berlin and Wimbledon?
Yes. She played Bad Homburg and she lost in the first round, and people were like, "Why did you
I
even
was
play?"
looking at this yesterday. Hold on.
Yeah, she lost to Elena Gabriela Ruse.
And everyone was
first
like,
round there.
She's clearly tired. Why did she play that?
Yeah,
So this
she is
is-
not tired here. She is in the Wimbledon final in straight sets.
So this is the first tournament where the curse has been broken. Amanda, do you know the curse?
The German grass curse?
No, winning a pre-tournament grass court title. So we're gonna have
yeah.
we're gonna have Noskova who won Bad Homburg, and Muchova who won Bad Homburg, and Noskova who won Berlin.
Berlin. And it is an all Czech final.
I'd like to see Muchova win.
I completely agree.
I like to see Muchova win too. I think she's the more. Love Noskova. I think she's phenomenal, but I think Muchova would be the more compelling story in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think Noskova, I mean, she's only just beginning, and I feel like she'll be at this stage again.
Caroline Muchova has been to the semifinals of all the majors. She's the only player who has been to the semis of all the. She's the only player who's been to all the semis of all the majors and not won any.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
of
that is.
Of the current players, she's the only one who's been to semis of all and not won any.
Wow, it's a crazy stat. Well, I mean, hopefully on Saturday she can end that stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've only played once, and it was at the U.S. Open last year, and Muchova won in 3 sets. And
How do
that's
you
the
think
only
the
match
grass-
they played.
How do you think the grass changes that? Who do you think?
I mean, Noskova's clearly very comfortable on grass, but Muchova's shown how well her play style works on grass. So
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Muchova to come through, but I also picked Kostyuk today, and we saw how that went. So
I think that's more of a Kostyuk problem. I think this is the second semifinal in a row.
I think she beat herself here.
Yeah, she really
I
did.
agree.
Noskova just kind of had to stay consistent.
Because there's no way she was beating Coco playing like this. You know what I mean? Like Coco would just drag it, make it a dog fight. You know what I mean? And not like beat herself. But I feel like Kostyuk beat herself, unfortunately.
But
I think especially like the last couple games there, you could tell like, her footwork was getting a little out of whack. She was just like not quite getting to her positions quick enough, and did not go very well in that final game where she got broken. I think it's, tough for her, obviously, but she's pretty young as well today. I think she'll be back as well.
I think, isn't Kostyuk 23 or 24? 24. She just turned 24 a week ago, I think. So she has time. But it's just disappointing that this is the second semifinal in a row where she just lays an egg,
Yeah, but this one was already better than that last one, so I think she'll be able to meet this moment better in the future.
Let's hope for her sake.
Yeah, I think so. And like some players, it just takes time. Like Sabalenka started 1-5 in semifinals, I think. Like we don't really question whether she can win them now. So some players it takes a little more.
Are you sure we don't question if she can win them? It's been a struggle.
Yeah, we definitely don't.
She's won one of the last 8 or 7 majors.
You can like say the same about Sinner.
Oh,
so
yes. That is true.
Yeah, but it'll be, I think, an interesting matchup in between both of them. Both of them are going to hit career highs after this tournament, no matter what happens in the final.
I
Rankings.
think it'll be an interesting match. I think it'll be a close match. Just like, it's interesting to see players who have never been in a slam final before with Wimbledon as their first final, because you saw with Anisimova last year, like, I feel like this is the most overwhelming slam final to be in as the first. So I'm curious to see how Noskova will come out from that first ball.
The reason I'm more confident in Muchova, because I feel like Noskova hasn't really shown she can handle the pressure as well as Muchova did. Like, for example, this match, I definitely thought Coco would have had the match, especially those tense moments, but Muchova didn't let the moment get to her. She did have some physical symptoms of stress based on her press conference, where she was like stretching her abs and she was feeling all this tension in her body. But generally, I feel more confident after the match that Muchova will be able to come through. But right now, Muchova is up to number 6 in the rankings. Noskova is number 8. Kostyuk is up to number 11. Iga is down to number 7. Amanda Anisimova number 9, and Svitolina number 10.
Where has Naomi jumped to?
Number 13. So she's jumped up a couple of spots. Boko, unfortunately, has dropped to number 12, and she's not playing Canada.
No,
unfortunately,
she's injured.
Yeah, and she's not playing Canada. Mira is up to number 5, her career high. Coco is up to number 4. She was number 7 coming to this tournament. Pegula up to number 3, Rybakina number 2, and of course Sabalenka number 1. But they're less than 400 points separating Sabalenka and Rybakina. So
the top 10 on the WTA side is so strong right now, and it feels like the whole top 20 could be in the top 10.
I think it's even more significant when you look at the race. Andreeva is at like 5,000 points. Sabalenka is like 4,900 points, so they're like 50 points between them. Rybakina 4,600 points. Muchova 4,200 points. Svitolina 4,100 points. Pegula 3,900 points. Coco 3,500 points. So like literally any one of those 6 players could legitimately be number 1 by the U.S. Open. Like even Coco Gauff could be number 1 by the U.S. Open. That's how wild it is.
Yeah, and going to summer North American hard courts, she very well could be.
Yeah, I've listed those between Mira and Andreeva. There's less than 1,500 points separating Mira Andreeva at number 1 and Coco Gauff number 7 in the race. That just tells you how strong this year has been on the WTA tour.
Mm-hmm.
I would not bother looking at the men's because
I literally just pulled them up.
please, I don't
it's
even
not
wanna
worth
hear
it. Don't look.
No,
I
it's
don't even wanna hear
hysterical
it.
because I was like, you know what? I need to know like how many points it would
I
take
don't need to
Zverev
know.
to get
I
number
actually
one.
want to move it out of my mind. I never want to
No,
know.
no, no. It's not bad. We really have nothing to worry about because because Sinner is like 6,000 points ahead of Zverev, and I can't do math really. And then Alcaraz is like 2,500 points above Zverev. So
No, but it's there.
he'll never get that number one ranking.
If he wins his next match, I was listening to a reporter, and if he wins his next match against Arthur Ferry, he will pass Carlos for number
Yeah,
2.
but Carlos is injured. It's okay.
that's-
He'll never get to 13,000 points.
That's true.
No.
It won't happen.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
But just to see how bad this tour has been, Carlos has missed 4 Masters 1000s, 2 slams, and he's still number 3 in the race. Like how? Like make it make sense.
2 right now.
He's still number 2 in the race. I mean, just like how?
Yeah. And he's probably going to miss, I would say, the rest of the year. I don't anticipate, unless he comes back for like ATP finals, I don't anticipate him playing anytime soon.
You don't think? They said there were reports saying he was in practice, although they said he's not on the entry list for Canada. So
Yeah.
you're right.
I mean, obviously I'm not a professional tennis player, but I have had the type of wrist injury that he has. And it takes so long to recover. And he obviously has way more resources than I have. But I just don't. And it's such a fragile part of your body.
And you don't want to take any chances.
And and it's so important. Like, I don't think he would come back if he wasn't
feeling
150% sure that like he can hit it as well as he can
without
normally,
feeling
without feeling any pain. Like,
I mean, a good example is Mukova, because she had a wrist injury in late 2023 and 2024, and she was out for a while. And I think she took the proper time, and now she's in the Wimbledon final.
I mean, as early as last year, she still had pain in her wrist. She couldn't hit a backhand. It was her left wrist. She couldn't hit a backhand properly. So she kept on slicing. So it's taken her a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. I saw a PT who used to be on the tour with an American player, and after I got like figured out what the problem was, I was like, so how long? Like 4 months, and then I can play again? And he was like, it's gonna be more like 9 months. I was like, 9 months?
That's tough.
Like, what?
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll come back for the US Open.
I really don't anticipate seeing him before Australia.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think
he's still so young.
Yeah, I think he's fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to ruin your career this early to like chase the number 2 ranking instead of the number 3 ranking right now. Like, it's not worth it for him.
Do you think? Anyways, he's already not playing Canada, so that's already off the table. So, but there were reports saying he will start practicing next week for the U.S. hardcourt swing. So I'm not.
They're probably like testing the waters, you know, like, can he, how is it, like, maybe the US, but I don't know. I don't think they'd chance it really.
I don't think
maybe he'll play like Cincinnati as like a tester, but
he'll play. I feel like he'll play Cincinnati, and then if it doesn't work out, he'll withdraw from the U.S. Open and then Canada for the rest of the year, I think. Yeah. Cincinnati is
at
still
the same time. Sorry, at the same time, I never want to like put anything too far past these guys in terms of how quick they come back. Like, you know, it was 2 years ago. Novak came back to Wimbledon after tearing his meniscus like 3 weeks before. Like,
And then he won Olympic gold.
Yeah, but these guys are a little bit different than us.
Huh?
You're annoyed.
I think he should have retired after he won the gold medal. But I also think
I don't think he's ever retiring.
No, I think if he had lost the gold medal, I also think he would have retired, because he would have been like, this was the one thing I didn't have, and now I can't imagine waiting another 4 years to try again. But I think winning it made him think like, yeah, like I'm invincible, like no one can touch me, and now we're never getting rid of him.
Do you think what chance you give him for the Wimbledon final? I mean, Wimbledon semifinal. I said Wimbledon final. Like,
it's tough.
It's so hard to say. I haven't watched any of Sinner's matches. So I, in theory, do not know how he's playing. I really want it, like in my heart, I want to say it's like a 80-20 in favor of Sinner, but I feel really scared. So it could be like maybe 50-50. Like I don't know, especially after he lost to him in Australia, which was just like, excuse me.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, in Australia, Djokovic had gotten a walkover and a retirement on the way, and this time he played like a 5-hour match.
Fair, yeah, absolutely.
The only thing is, Djokovic got 3 days, so if it was 2 days, I would have said no chance. But the 3 days makes it more interesting.
I just don't know. I'm very scared.
I mean, luckily that is a tomorrow problem. We had some good results today.
Is anyone covering tomorrow's matches?
I know that they are getting streamed. I don't know exactly who is commentating on them, but I know we are doing all the semifinals and finals the rest of the way. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough for Novak to beat Sinner. Sinner hasn't dropped a set since that first round against Kecmanovic.
But yeah. I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow, I guess. But
all right, should we?
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah, I don't know how much else we have to get here, but.
All right. Well, good to see y'all. Wish the match had been a little longer, but
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone. And we'll see you all later. Isabella, are you ending it?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Great.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.